There's a man she hasn't texted in months, maybe years. But tonight, out of nowhere, she's thinking about him. Not the one who gave her everything, him. This isn't about looks. It isn't about money. It's about something happening deep inside the brain. Something primal, invisible, and almost impossible to explain. A psychological imprint so powerful, it rewires how she feels forever. Most people believe women come back because of love, or loneliness, or because he treated her well. But research tells a completely different story. Treating someone well isn't enough. Being available isn't enough. In fact, those things can actually make you more forgettable. Researchers at the University of California studied emotional memory formation in long-term relationships. What they found surprised everyone. The brain doesn't remember comfort, it remembers intensity. Moments that spiked dopamine, uncertainty, and emotional contrast. Those get burned into long-term memory like fire into wood. She doesn't remember the safe moments. She remembers the ones that made her feel alive. Here's the hidden truth nobody talks about. The men women never forget aren't the easiest ones. They're the ones who created an emotional fingerprint, a unique combination of mystery, presence, and emotional depth that her brain couldn't fully decode. And the brain obsesses over what it cannot fully understand. But here's where it gets even stranger. In one study, two groups of men interacted with women. Group 1 was warm, consistent, fully available. Group 2 was emotionally present, but occasionally unpredictable. Weeks later, women in the second group reported thinking about those men significantly more. Not because they were treated worse, because their nervous systems never fully settled. The pattern stayed open, unresolved, and unresolved things live rent-free in the mind. You're not just watching this, you've lived it. There's someone you remember, not because they were perfect, but because something about them never fully closed. That feeling, that's your brain refusing to file away an incomplete emotional experience. The men she returns to carry one rare quality. They never needed her to complete them. Their sense of self was so grounded, so magnetic, that being around them felt like standing near something real in a world full of performance. And that is unforgettable. But here's the risk. Chasing mystery without emotional depth creates damage, not connection. The goal isn't to be cold, it's to be whole. There's a razor-thin line between magnetic and manipulative, and crossing it leaves people broken, not drawn back. The man she never forgets isn't a mystery for sport. He's a man who knew who he was, who made her feel something real, and then trusted life enough to let go. That combination, depth, presence, and freedom, is rarer than anything money can buy. So ask yourself this. Are you someone she'd remember, or someone she'd scroll past in her own memory? If you want to understand what truly makes a man unforgettable at the psychological level,